What's up, Raiders? Today we're going to talk about Elenaril. Isn't she gorgeous? I mean, I assume she is. She never takes the mask off, but we're going to assume she is. Elenaril is a 6-star legendary hero, powerhouse hero, and you can get her for free by using that link in the description of the video or scanning that QR code. You will get Elenaril for free starting a new account right now in Raid Shadow Legends. And Elenaril is a wonderful unit to start with. In addition to Elenaril, you'll also pick up Rector Drath, one of the strongest, no, you know what, I'm just going to say it, the strongest epic healer in this game. She can bring units back to life, she can put perfect sheet or perfect veil on your entire team, making them either impossible to target or reducing the damage if they do get hit by an AoE. She spams continuous healing, so to keep your team healthy. Just a really good, strong hero to have. And you get both of those for free. You'll also be able to enter promo code Supreme Gallic on your first day and get Supreme Gallic, a super strong legendary DPS unit to go along with your healing unit and your poison unit. So what a great start. And don't forget, there's still time to complete the Alice chase. On your 7th day, you will get Alice the Wanderer for free. That's 3 legendary heroes and 1 epic hero, who in my opinion is a legendary hero, just with epic skins, all for free, just by starting your journey in Raid right now. So give it a shot and come play this game. You're going to have a blast. But let's talk a little bit about Elenaril and why using my promo code to start with her is such a powerful way to get a leg up in this game right out of the gate. Elenaril is a high elf, and let's just go over her skills real quick, okay? She has got what in my opinion is one of, if not the strongest A1 skills in the game. She places HP burn debuff for 2 turns, and if you awaken her to 3-star, it unlocks the passive that this happens 100% of the time. It's 50% before it's awakened, but it's 100% once you awaken her. And this debuff cannot be resisted. If it's not immune to HP burn, it gets HP burn. HP burn does damage based on the target's HP. This is one of the strongest bossing fights. I mean, there's a couple of bosses you don't want to use it on, like the Magma Dragon, but most of the bosses, this will just do a tremendous amount of free chip damage, free dot damage, and it's on her A1 skill, so you can spam it. You can make sure it's almost 100% uptime. Even if the boss cleanses it, you can put it right back on there. And her A2 skill places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. That's the big poison. And if she crits, she will place a second. That's 2 5% poisons placed on the boss. So you're going to want some crit, and you're going to want a lot of accuracy, because this is the crux of her kit. Sticking these dot damages, sticking these damages that harm things based on their own HP. What makes her an incredible bossing hero. In clan boss, in anything in the dungeon, you're going to use this girl so many places, trust. And here's the great one, right? Combust. Deals damage from all poison debuffs on all enemies instantly. All enemies. AoE, and on bosses, it's going to detonate, activate, combust, whatever you want to call it. It's going to make all of the damage from all the poisons. 2-turn poisons will activate all at once together. All that stuff happens all at once, doing a massive amount of damage, which can be really good for crossing thresholds, because a lot of times when you cross a threshold where a boss will do something, like when the boss gets at 80% health, it'll activate a skill. If you can cross that threshold with poisons, and with combusting poisons, usually it doesn't activate those thresholds, so it makes her really good for a tactical usage on a lot of floors as well. And her aura skill increases crit rate in faction crypts, so she is stupid good in faction wars, so you have her for that too. Let's go talk about how to build this unit, because you're a new player, right? You're pretty new. You just downloaded the game with my link, right? So how are you going to build this hero? Well, here's the thing. She's not going to be your first 6-star hero. She's not even going to be your second, probably not even your 3rd, 4th, or 5th 6-star hero, because she does all of her tricks at 5-star. Now, eventually you'll 6-star for sure, right? But your support heroes, a lot of your support heroes can be left at 5-star for a really long time, because her damage is from her poisons and detonating poisons and burns, and all of that cues off of the target's health, not her base stats. All raising her skills up does is make her a little bit tankier, a little bit faster. There's nothing wrong with that, but focus on the best return on investment. Focus on your kale so that you can level your chickens. Focus on your DPS units so you can do serious damage, and leave your support units at 50. but let's talk about how to build them. Now, as we said, she needs 100% crit chance in order to stick that second poison. I am sitting here with a whopping 86. Okay, but once I level this up to maximum, right? Once I take this all the way up to plus 16, I will get that last crit chance I need. I'll get it up to a 40% crit chance. So that's going to be an extra 14% crit chance right there. And that extra 14% crit chance, look at that, 14% more crit chance. I am technically at 100%, so don't at me over my crit not being 100. I'm suffering through it right now. I'm suffering through being 86 because I'm waiting for the gear event during the Fabian's fusion thing to go ahead and push her gear up to 100%, but you will eventually want her at 100% crit. Because remember, her skill applies a second 5% poison if she crits. So crit on her is paramount. That's the first thing you go into. After that, it is all into speed and accuracy. You want as much speed as possible, as much accuracy as possible. This is pretty pathetic, but I'm only 16 days old account here, so cut me a little slack. We're doing what we can do with the gear that we got. A good rule of thumb for your accuracy, if you're wondering, is it too much, is it not enough, is look at the dungeon floor you're trying to accomplish and multiply that floor by 10, right? That's a good rule of thumb. So if you're wanting to beat floor 13, you want 130 accuracy. If you're wanting to beat floor 20, you want 200 accuracy. Anything less than that, you're gonna start seeing your debuffs not stick as often as you would like. So I'm kind of good for like floor 17 to 19 range is kind of my threshold, and really at my level of gearing, I'm not getting much above floor 15 on pretty much any dungeon, so I'm okay with this. As for speed, she spams debuffs and burns, and when the boss cleanses, she reapplies them. So you want her to be fast, right? This is your third priority skill, is speed, so that she can cycle her turns really, really fast and place the debuffs. After that, focus on her bulk. Now, she has got a pretty decent base defense and a pretty god-awful base HP. So gear that scales with percent defense, you're going to get really good bang for your buck, and gear that scales with percent HP, not going to get as much bang for your buck, but you are going to want to get some HP on her, especially with defense pen enemies out there. She's a glass cannon. Your biggest problem with Elenaril on your teams is going to be that she takes a dirt nap way more often than you would like, and that's why I really like pairing her with Rector Drath. Remember, you get Elenaril and Rector Drath. There's great synergy there because every time Elenaril falls down, Rector Drath brings her back and stealths her for 3 turns. Puts her under Perfect Veil so the enemy can't target her other than through AoE, and Perfect Veil reduces AoE damage. So Elenaril can sit there and keep spamming her stuff and not take as much damage. As for gear sets to put on her, right now I've just got her on accuracy and crit, and then just random broken pieces. You're trying to get the stats I need, right? And that's kind of how you're going to go early on. You're going to be focusing more on the stats than on the sets. I think eventually, in a perfect world, I would like to get a perception set on her. I think perception set is one of the best triple sets out there, right? If I could run, it's a 2-piece set. So if I could get a triple perception set on her, that boosts accuracy and speed, and those are the 2 things she needs the most. So this chest plate was accuracy, I might go for it right here, but I don't want to give up my accuracy. I don't want to give up my my 78 accuracy for just 40 accuracy in order to get 5% more speed. But eventually, when I get more perception gear, when I've done more arena and I've ground out more perception gear in the forge, I think that's the direction I'll take her in the long run. I don't quite have her rest of her accessories unlocked. That is, I guess, the best reason to go to 6 stars. It will let you get the rest of her accessories, but like I said, kind of hold off on the accessories. Let's talk about her skills for a little minute. Now, I haven't booked any of her skills yet, but it's just damage on her A1, and who cares? Her A1 isn't about damage. Sure, you can put some damage on her, but you're focusing on accuracy and speed, and the only reason you're putting crit chance on her is for the chance to double tap those poisons. You can build her damage, but that's kind of an end game, later game kind of a build. So not a lot of importance there. And this skill, again, just damage. Now the cooldown is nice, going from 4 turn to 3 turn. That's nice, but it's not that big of a deal, especially if you build her fast and she cycles quickly. Plus her A1 and her A3 skill are fine on their own. And her A3 skill, it would be really nice to get the detonate from a 6 turn down to a 4 turn, but is it really that necessary? You know, you kind of wanted to hold off on detonating anyway until things are until your poisons are stacked up. So I don't see any reason to book this unit over other units. So you can kind of hold back, because these legendary books are few and far between, and unless you're going to be a spender, and I mean a big spender, these are always going to be a little bit of a roadblock for you. So save these for you know, maybe some other units that you'll find better uses on. So we can avoid doing her skill ups at the early game. The Ascension, however, you want to make sure you get to that 3rd Ascension, because that 3rd star Ascension is what's going to change that HP burn from 50% to 100%, and that's what makes her A1 skill vicious. So if you want to take her beyond that, it's just increasing basic stats, and that's nice, but you can leave her at 3-star Awakening. That's what I did. It makes her a pretty easy build for a new player. You just 3-star Awaken her. You don't worry about any skill ups. You don't worry about going to level 5. And you only have to worry really about 3 stats: speed, accuracy, and crit chance. And just put a little bit in bulk, because holy crap, she's a glass cannon. Very easy hero to build. Let's take her into a fight, and I'll show you just how good this unit can be. So let's go over and let's fight us a dragon. She is really, really good against the dragon. So I'm just gonna go against the level 15 dragon. We'll take a team with let's see, I'm gonna put my Mad Hatter in the front because he increases accuracy by 60, and that's going to make it even easier for people to stick debuffs. I will take Elenaril for my poisons. I will take Kale for even more poisons. That'll really help me chew through the dragon. I'm going to take Rector Drath because Elenaril is a fragile little flower and we need to keep her alive. And the last spot's kind of a player's choice, right? You can run, you know, I could run my Dwarf for extra defensiveness. I could run Wukong just because he's, you know, like a bad penny. He keeps turning up. Every time he dies, he comes back to life. Alice, I could run to help clear the initial mobs, but because she doesn't really have any debuffs, I don't think she's very good for the dragon. I picked up Martyr. Now in place, Martyr's really nice because she gives defense breaks, and that'll let my damage dealing units do more damage. If you don't have Martyr, I don't have her on the screen. She's in my storage, but you can build War Maiden for your defense breaker. She's like a free version that you can farm in the campaign, but we'll go ahead and run Martyr for this one. It really, this entire thing is the Kale, Elenaril, and Rector Drath show. The other two units are just there, you know, mostly as placeholders. So let's go ahead and run this fight in. Now, the hardest part about this fight, I think, is the initial opening mobs, because they hit so damn hard that they can kill my poor Elenaril. Everybody's under Perfect Veil. That'll help them stay alive. And as long as they don't target Elenaril, of course, they target Elenaril every time they target Elenaril. They hate that elf. Oh, you know what? They changed their mind. Are going after the Hatter. This is an element thing here, right? The green elements are attracted to the red element because for some reason, Raid decided to be backwards and make red weak to green, but strong against blue. I know. They're not fire, ice, and earth. They're spirit, force, and magic. It still feels so counterintuitive. It was like thousands of years of ancient Asian philosophy is all around the elements being stronger to each other, and they're backwards here. So get used to that. It's one of the hardest things to remember in this is that if you see red, blue is weak to it. If you see green, fire is weak to it. It's intuitively backwards. Okay, so we are chewing through. You see all the burns and poisons we're dropping. There's the HP burn on that one on the right. See how good Rector Drath is doing at keeping everybody alive, right? Even though enemies died early on. Let's go ahead and jump ahead to the dragon fight. Okay, into the dragon fight. I'm going to turn auto off here so we can talk about it. So, you see Kale got a couple of poisons off, and I'm going to go ahead and use my defensive buff on Martyr, and we'll go ahead and put up Perfect Veil on Rector Drath to keep everybody healthy, and we're going to use the S1 skill for guaranteed HP burn. Pow, there it is. Now the dragon is all burned and charred. Watch when the dragon takes a turn. See that health? See that health drop down so much? Now we've got this big HP bar to chew through, right? I'm going to have Kale S1 for more poisons. We'll just S1 here. Maybe get a defense break. Got a defense break. That's kind of nice. S1, do we get an attack down? Got an attack down. See, man, that accuracy is great. And now, in order to keep the dragon from breathing fire and stunning my whole team, we need to get rid of this purple bar. So I'm going to detonate all these poisons. Watch what happens here. We'll detonate. Poof. Look how much of that bar went away. Now it's just a precious little work. In fact, the HP burn alone when the dragon took a turn got rid of the rest of the bar, and notice we did not get stunned at all. And now we can move upward and onward. So we'll put some more poisons back on from Kale's S1. Do another defense break here. We'll extend the attack down to 2 turns. Elenaril's going to use her S2. And remember, if we crit, we get 2 poisons. Now we have 86% crit, so fingers crossed we don't miss our crit here. We got the crit, so we got the 2 poisons up. We do this AoE skill here, get some fear, dual attack, more poisons. I'm going to S1 for more poisons. Look at all those poisons. That skill here, hit here. Look at the damage from the poison. That dragon's health is just going downhill. Our HP burn is gone, so let's S1, get our HP burn back up. That HP burn is massive damage. Kale, going to use his AoE, drop even more poisons, except we didn't drop them, but that's okay. We'll have had to reset some skills. Watch when this dragon takes a turn, how many of these poisons are going to activate. Watch the health. It was right here. I'll put my cursor right beside it. Let's see, perfect veil. Cursor right beside it. Dragon takes up. Dragon to take a turn yet. Hit here, and man, this dragon is slow. Or am I too fast? AoE hit. Look at that. Look from where my cursor was, how far down all those poisons that we stacked up did. All that damage. We've still got the HP burn up. We'll stack another poison. We'll hit for a defense break maybe. We don't get it. We'll hit here. Attack break. We don't get it. Unfortunate. None of our poison skills are active. I think we're just going to have to eat a stun for 1 round, but that's okay. That's the whole reason we brought Rector Drast. We take that big hit. Everybody's stunned. And let's see. Let's stack up another poison. And a defense break. Nice. We got the defense break. And nobody needs raise, so attack break. We did not get the attack break. We got fire breathed on us. We're all poisoned and everything. I'm going to put the HP burn back because it's guaranteed. We'll use Kale. We'll put a couple of poisons on. And A1 here. Extend the defense break. Get the attack down or not. We've got the HP burn up, so we use the A2 skill. If we crit, we get 2 poisons, and we did crit. We got both the poisons. Kale will put another poison up. Kale's is the weaker poison. I'm going to use the A2 skill to heal everyone up. A1 skill. And I'm just going to detonate those 3 poisons right here. And the dragon is on death's door. I'm just going to use the acid skill because it hits hard, and that is 1 dead dragon. And there we go, guys. A couple of 5-star pieces of gear. Now, it was slow. It was tedious. Nobody wants to do it on manual. This team works fine on auto. I just ran it on manual to kind of explain to you why the skills were working the way they worked. Trust me, you can run this on auto. You can tell by my best time that this works perfectly fine on full auto. I just wanted to explain to you how the skills work and why poisons are so good against boss. And you see, like, we're doing like 1 or 2 little ticks of damage, and then the poison hits, and it was like, boom, a huge swath of damage all at once. That's what makes Elenaril so good in bosses. So that's why you want to have this hero. That's why you want to use my promo code. That's why you want to scan that QR code or use the link in the description of this video. That's why you want to start out with the best start you can have for entering Raid Shadow Legends in the anniversary month of March, where you will get to start out with Legendary Elenaril, Legendary Alice, Epic Rector Drast, and when you enter the code Supreme6, you'll be able to get a Supreme Gallic, all for free. That is damage, that is support, that is healing, and that is PvP damage. All rolled into one. You will have basically the entire gamut covered just with the free units that you get just for starting out the game. So why wait? Start now, give Raid Shadow Legends a try. Don't believe the memes, actually give it an honest try. I think you will find that you love this game as much as I do. I'm having so much fun playing this. It is so diverse and complex and rich. There's so much content, you never get bored playing this game. So join me. And while you're at it, like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.